I'm Wizzie Brown, entomologist with Texas A&M AgriLife Extension Service, and today I'm going to talk about aphids and why they may not be so bad in your garden. I know this is a tough sell, but there are many beneficial insects that rely on aphids as a food source. So if you have 0 aphids in your landscape, then there will be no food available for these beneficials. The beneficial insects are things such as ladybug larvae, green lacewing larvae, syrphid fly larvae, and also certain parasitoids. Parasitoids are tiny wasps that lay their eggs in other insects, in this case aphids, and when eggs hatch, they consume the infested insect from the inside. Parasitized aphids, also known as aphid mummies, look like aphids but are usually brownish in color and puffy looking. Once the fully developed wasp emerges from its aphid host, you can still see the left-behind aphid exoskeleton with a tiny circular hole in it where the wasp emerged. Ladybug larvae come in a variety of sizes depending on species and instar, but max out at around 1/4 of an inch in length. Ladybug larvae look similar to tiny alligators in shape and are often blackish gray in color with orangish red markings. There are some ladybug larvae that are white and fluffy looking, making them similar in appearance to mealybugs, which are a plant-feeding insect. To definitively tell if you have a mealybug or a ladybug larvae, you'll look at the mouth parts. Mealybugs have soda straw type mouth parts, while ladybug larvae have mandibles or chewing mouth parts. Since not everyone is keen on inspecting bugs that much, you can use the rule of thumb that predators don't tend to hang out with other predators and typically move quickly. So if you see a few sporadically placed mealybugs, they're most likely going to be ladybug larvae called mealybug destroyers. Likewise, if you see clusters of white oval wingless insects, those are most likely going to be mealybugs, since they will often cluster in groups for protection. Lacewing larvae are brown to tan in color, tapered at both ends, and have sickle-shaped mouthparts that they use to stab into prey. They are quick-moving and may also bite if handled. Lacewing larvae feed on aphids and other small, soft-bodied insects, along with insect eggs. Syrphid fly larvae, also known as hoverfly or flower fly larvae, have some larvae that are predaceous and feed on small, soft-bodied insects. The common one that I see in central Texas is a pale green maggot that is carrot-shaped and has a pinkish-white stripe down its back. So when should you manage aphids? This is really a personal choice, but can vary from person to person, yard to yard, or even plant to plant. I have plants in my yard that I specifically have so they get aphids, ensuring that I have a population for the beneficial insects to feast upon. If you feel the need to manage aphids, you can start with a high-pressure jet of water to knock them off the plant. This won't get rid of all of them, but it can reduce the population while conserving beneficial insects. We'd love to hear from you. Click on centraltexasgardener.org to send us your questions, pictures, and videos.